Hey everyone, welcome to episode 19 of the Cinematic Boys podcast. Of course, it's me and Bilal today. So this episode is gonna be a little bit different, but I will get to that later on in the upcoming minutes. But let's get right into it. Bilal, how you doing this week?
I've been pretty good, man. How about you,
Wait,
man? How you
well,
been?
I've been doing great. Been watching some movies, living life, enjoying summer. It's hot as shit around here in these
It's
parts
it's
right now.
it's still cold here, man.
It's still cold. It's still cold there.
It's like fall weather in Canada for some reason.
Literally, I went to go on lunch today. Walked through the parking lot. Hot as shit.
I like it hot than cold though.
I'd rather have it hot right now.
Yeah,
Like where I live, December, January, brutal ass cold.
I know,
The
right?
wind and everything, especially like when it's getting that snowy, rainy weather, it's
Ice,
brutal.
ice sucks.
Oh yes, we especially get ice where I'm from. But
Black ice is the worst. You don't see it and you like fall and
that's always when
slip.
you're driving.
Yeah, it's good
But
for it's good for drifting though. Like drift a little bit. It's good.
you trying to be Fast and the Furious Tokyo Drift, right? I see. But guys, I want to explain a little bit of our episode today. So, of course, if you guys know, this is going to be a really big episode today. We got a whole bunch of movie reviews that we're going to do, and of course, some movie news, and we got a draft also that we have prepared for you guys that we're going to be doing at the very end. But right now, we're going to be doing our normal stuff, watches and everything. So, me and Bilal, at first, if you want to, we could do a little bit of a review on the Watchers real quick. Then we're going to get
Oh,
into our Bad Boys review. Then later on, Sammy's going to join us, and we're going to be doing our Hitman review because Sammy actually got to see Hitman, and I think he wants to put his thoughts maybe on the Fall Guy in real quick because he got to check that out also. And there's like one or two pieces of new movie news I want to talk about, but then after that, we're going to get into our draft, which is really good. I think we're going to have a fun draft. But let's get right into it, Bilal. What have you watched this week? Or two
uh,
weeks because it's been 2 weeks since our last episode.
so in that case, I watch John Wick 4 again, Bullet Train, Heat, Mega Man Heat, love that movie. The OG Blade Runner, Bad Boys 2, Bad Boys for Life, Portrait of a Laid Down Fire, Drive Away Dolls, Real Steel, Bad Boys Ride or Die, The Witch, Stack Shack, The Watchers, The Matrix. And then I also watched 2016 Suicide Squad again.
What's your rating on that, by the way?
My rating was a 2, but I rewatched it and it bumped up to a 3.
Okay. Still mid.
It's still
Kind of mid.
mid, but it still has some enjoyable factors in it.
But of course, while I watched these past 2 weeks, guys, I watched Bram Stoker's Dracula by Francis Ford Coppola. The Garfield movie. I watched Summer Camp and had my first ever Q&A during that, which it was not that bad. And the director and it was the director and producer of that Q&A. And I watched Bad Boys 2, which was our Cinemac Boys reviews episode 2 episodes ago.
Yeah.
I watched The Watchers, of course, that we're going to be reviewing that today, and Bad Boys Ride or Die. I got to see Brain Dead, which is Dead Alive, the Peter Jackson horror movie. I watched Bad Boys for Life, which is this past week's. Bless you.
Allergies.
This past week's Cinemac Boys reviews episode. And then, of course, I watched Hitman last night that we're going to be reviewing today. And then I just got done watching Inside Out about probably an hour ago, which is going to be this upcoming week's Cinemac Boys review episode. But let's get right into it, Bilal. Let's talk about a little bit about Watchers, the Watchers. So this is M. Night Shyamalan's daughter's directorial debut. What is her name? I don't want to mispronounce it.
Alana? No. Nah,
Well, it's
Ashana. There we go.
Ashana Night. Wait, yeah, Ashana Night Shyamalan. That's confusing. That's actually confusing to say. And of course, this is produced by her famous director dad, M. Night Shyamalan, which, of course, if you guys know who M. Night Shyamalan is, he has a filmography that's all over the place, it seems like.
He's probably the most hit or miss director out there, but I do think he has more hits than misses. I mean, like Unbreakable, Split, all fantastic. Those two movies are fantastic. I really enjoyed Signs, Sixth Sense. I heard great things about. I still need to check out, but he has some bangers in there, But like he does have some misses with like all. Oh God, don't remind me of this movie, Avatar.
If you guys are wondering why I'm not sharing my opinions, the only movie I've seen by him is Knock at the Cabin that came out last year, or that was released last year. But I'm definitely going to try to get into his filmography where Trap is coming out in August. I'm really excited for Trap.
I'm excited to talk about Unbreakable, man. That's my favorite M9.
Oh, and I kind of ready to watch that trilogy of Unbreakable, Split, then Glass.
Glass is a little bit disappointing though, but Unbreakable, Split, fantastic films in my eyes.
But of course, let's get right back into the Watchers. This stars Dakota Fanning and Bilal. Let's go
Dakota
with
Fanning? I know it's
yeah.
Ellie Fanning.
No, it's Dakota. It's the older
Oh,
sister.
oh, it's Dakota. I know it was
Yeah,
Ellie for some reason. My bad.
you didn't know that? I knew it was Dakota Fanning.
Oh, it's Dakota. Oh my gosh.
Oh, who's the actress from Barbarian? Georgina Campbell.
Yeah, Georgina Camel.
She's in this. I think that's probably the only like. And of course, if
Oh,
you guys
well,
watch the
wait,
Texas
wait.
Chainsaw Massacre,
Yeah, I was gonna say that. Is that Sally from?
that's Sally from the Texas Chainsaw Massacre Netflix movie. But Bilal, let's get right into it. What are your spoiler-free thoughts about The Watchers?
Honestly, the movie's okay. It does have the M Night issue of dialogue. I thought that dialogue was kind of horrendous at some points of this film. I wish this movie took more risks. It's a very linear, predictable story that you see what's going to happen next, and I feel like they could have took some more risks and added more suspenseful moments. I thought the characters in this movie not the best. I didn't really care about any characters, especially with the emotional things that they go through in the Watchers. But I do love the cinematography and the mirror shots in this film. For a first time movie, it's fine. I mean, it does feel like an M Night Shyamalan movie. I didn't really feel any different from M Night's filmography to his daughter's first film. But yeah, that's overall it.
So for me, I really enjoyed this movie. I gave it 4 out of 5 on Letterboxd. So the first half for me, now the first half, the first act, and me and you were talking about this. The first act is like very slow. I about fell asleep during that first act. But once you get to that second act and like it starts ramping up, and I will explain that in like the spoiler part, it starts cranking up, and now I'm like hooked. And if this is what M Night is doing in his movies, I kind of wish he does this for the whole movies because I've heard kind of the same thing, like you said, with every M Night movie. It starts out slow, then it builds like right up to the climax and just like goes full steam ahead. But this cast is not that bad. Dakota Fanning could have been a little bit better. Georgina Campbell was underutilized in this movie. I wish she had more screen time. I wish her character was better because she is amazing in Barbarian.
Yeah, I think the issue's not the cast. I think it's the way the film is written. It doesn't really do the characters justice.
And I don't understand why his daughter picked for her first movie to be based off a book.
I know, yeah, it's kind of a random choice. I don't think it's very unique other than mirror shots, but it's okay for a director, like first time directed film though.
because this she technically she has her like her full scape of like direct directing this film. I know she helped M Night on Old a little bit, and then she directed a couple episodes for M Night's TV show. I didn't even know he made a TV show.
Oh, I didn't even know that either.
So and I heard that the other day, and they said the TV show's not that bad for M Night TV show, and she had some great episodes. But it's like, and like you said, it's a dialogue thing. I think M Night has a dialogue thing. I'm not shocked if he was in the writing room with
Oh
her.
no. Oh yeah, it could be, but she did written this movie, so it could be just an M Night thing in general, I guess.
Yeah, because of course she took the screen like adaptation from the book, but made her own script out of it. And I'm not shocked if he's on set because this is one of the directorial debut he's produced in the movie. Because even though I think he was filming Trap at the same time, about
Yeah,
he could have. To be honest with you, what about that first act? He was involved with it. He left to go film Trap, and that second, third act is all her.
I'm I'm not sure about that. It could be, but I thought the whole movie felt like an M Night Shyamalan movie, though.
People are wondering, what about if M Night got this script or this idea? Like someone brought him the idea, like let's do this, The Watchers, and he's like, nah, I got the better person. I don't want to do this. I got another movie I want to do that could be better. I'm just going to give it to my daughter.
Yeah, that's exactly how I feel about it. Because I wish she had her own style with it. It does feel like if you see other M Night movies, you understand where the story is going to be going, and I feel like it feels too familiar to his other work instead of her doing something more creative with it.
Okay, let's just get right into spoilers right now. But of course, if you guys haven't seen The Watchers, go see The Watchers. Form your own opinions. Let us know down in the comments if you're on listen to the audio podcast or the video podcast on YouTube. But I can't wait for her to get her own original story and see what she can do with it. Like I said, this is based off a book, so it's like she can like tweak in something, but you guys stay with the material in this book.
Yeah,
And like say like M Night wrote Trap. It's his original story. What about if she can make something like that? And you know M Night's gonna produce it. I kind of wish she didn't and just let her do her own thing and can see how it does. Because a lot of people have said, I kind of think this. It's M Night, right? He has got one of his daughters into directing and writing everything, right? And he's got his other daughter so high in the music industry because, of course, one, she's a Shyamalan, and two, she's gonna be in Trap.
yeah,
So it's like he's just pushing his daughters out there, and like people are saying for his daughter, like when M Night got on the scene, he was fresh. He didn't have no legacy to go behind. He filled his own shoes, but she has the image of being M Night Shyamalan's daughter.
yeah.
So
And
she's
that
got to fill the shoes and be in the shadow of him all for the rest of her directing and writing career. But let's just get right into it, Bilal. How do you feel about this creature feature? Do you feel like more if it's a horror movie or if it's a thriller? Because I felt like it was she didn't know what she wanted to do with this movie.
Yeah, that's exactly why I give it a 3-star film. But the best way I could say this, I feel like this is more of a mystery thriller film because we're trying to figure out the mystery behind these watchers, why they're watching them in this forest, why they didn't stay in this location the whole time, and that is the mystery elements of this film. There's not a lot of horror in this film. I think there's only one or two suspenseful moments, one of being the beginning and one of being towards the end of the film. um, yeah, I think this film would work as it was labeled as a mystery thriller over a horror film, in my eyes at least.
So the 2 points I really want to talk about is one, the creature design. I really love the creature design because, of course, they're changelings in this movie,
Yeah.
and I really like. At first, I thought it was some type of other myth legend, especially in the southern part of the United States, and I'm like, are they really going this way? But then, of course, it's like the changelings, and we find out later on that there is a what is it? What's the name of it? Because there's the changelings, then there's the Pacific one.
Sleepwalkers or night walkers or
No,
something.
not like no. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about it's the halflings.
Oh, I don't remember names of it
Yeah, it's
though.
the halfling. It's the halfling. The very end,
Yeah.
what the creature is at the very end. Of course, if because we're in the spoilers, Madeline, which is the older woman, is the halfling.
I was predicting that, but she used to be really suspicious with the rules during the whole movie. And then once they finally escape, I'm like, oh, what if Madeline was the creature the whole time and she escaped?
How many times did
Oh.
you think this movie was going to end once they escaped the forest?
Oh,
There was
I'm like, no, it's a Shyamalan movie. There's no way to go end it like that. There's always some form of twist that's going to happen. In this film, the twist was
I thought that
Madeline.
too, but once they got on the bus, it seemed like they could hit the credits rather.
Yeah, that that's another issue with this movie. They didn't know how to end the story well. I mean, I feel like randomly making Madeline being the creature in the end came out of left field. I knew it was about to happen. I didn't know how they're going to approach it, and I didn't really like the approach of it, to be honest, because the ending dialogue between Dakota Fanning's character and Madeline felt very weird to me, and I feel like the line delivery was off between both of the actresses, but that could be just me, though.
So I kind of wish they escaped the forest, except probably got on the bus. And you know how she went to the university and like all that subplot in the middle.
Yeah,
I wish they went from she just like finding it out. We didn't have to go to the university for her to find out,
yeah,
but it's like she we get to the bus, we get to the house, and she knows that Madeline is the halfling.
yeah, and
Let me get right into that because there's like it was like was it 10 minutes between the both of those scenes of stuff that we didn't need.
yeah, yeah. I, f- I, again, the characters are not developed enough for me to care. And I think that's the big factor of me giving this movie a 3-star rating over like a 4 or like like 4-star rating because of that factor. Um, because Madeline being like in love with like the professor we seen, being like, oh, this Madeline, like the real Madeline technically died. There's like the fake Madeline as this creature. That came out of nowhere, you know.
Okay, I got one more thought. Then we can get on to Bad Boys. Um, what was up with this Dakota Fanning? Her name's Nina. The Nina story. Okay, I know you caused your mother to crash and get killed, but why do you have to run away halfway across the world to hide your traumatic experience?
Again, I
That is the point. Is like, why do you run? I'm like, I've had like we know a lot of people that has had this situation. They run off, but not halfway across the world.
yeah, I mean, I run off from my issues sometimes. I just don't go to a different part of the world do it. I just do it near the lake to relax myself. But yeah, I don't understand that. Again, character wasn't developed enough for me to care about the dramatic things that happen. There's a character death that happened near the film, and I felt zero emotion for it. And that's the character that went kind of crazy. The guy
Oh,
character,
Daniel.
Daniel, who dies from, you know, the Sleepwalker. Also, I that scene in the what was it? The camera scene
Okay, that's
where
kind of creepy to be honest with you. Where it's Georgina Campbell's husband.
yeah,
Yeah, that was kind of creepy to be honest with you, because that's in my thought. I thought of like the skinwalkers,
yeah.
and
I
that's what I thought the story was going. I'm like, because I literally told my mom, I'm like, oh shit, are we actually going to get this? Because I've never seen a movie with that before. I'm like, are we actually going to get a movie, a Shyamalan movie with this aspect in it? And I'm like, then it was the halflings. I'm like, you gotta be kidding me.
Yeah, again, they could have developed that so much further. If they did that, I think the story would be so much better. Speaking of the Watchers, we barely seen them in this film. We only seen them for like what, three, four times.
I like the design though, because of course when Nina and the Madeline is in the woods
Yeah,
and they're hiding behind that tree and you could see them just like tall, lanky.
yeah. Um, but I must say the opening kill, I thought that was really good though.
Yeah,
The sus- the suspense build up and how the opening happened. That was great. If the movie had that tone during the whole film, I think it'd be so much better.
I think it would be too, because that gives the horror element that what this
And
movie is supposed to be. Dark, gritty horror. Then you get into, it's kind of like a drama also if you put into it, because you get into Nina's character, then it's like, oh, the sadness, the depression. I'm like, what?
yeah, and here's the thing though. Do you care about these characters in this film?
No, no, I don't.
So why is this movie trying to make us care when we don't care about them when they're not developed, you know?
Like, I think that's why I dropped it down a little bit, because first act, some pacing issues, character development, but it's like, and the concept, it's like they had good concept, but they didn't run with it that well. I
Yeah,
don't know if that's the book doing it. I don't know if that's M9 and his daughter doing that.
it could be both factors to be honest. Um, but like you said, this is a great concept, just poorly executed. That's the best way to describe this film. But I'm not gonna be too harsh on it because it's her first time directing a film. So this is like a learning curve for her to become better at it, you know?
Yeah, I can't wait till we get to her second film, which hopefully they don't rush it. Hopefully they can have good script. But I think that's it for us for the Watchers. Let's get into our second main review for this week. Of course, we're going to be talking about Bad Boys Ride or Die, which is the fourth film in the Bad Boys franchise. Bilal, let's. I'm gonna get your thoughts. Spoiler free first about Bad Boys Ride or Die.
Bad Boys Ride or Die is a pleasant surprise. I love what Adil and Bilal did this time around. You sort of get this kind of like Freaky Friday situation without spoiling too much because the roles are a little bit reversed. You have Marcus being this more wild character like Michael Lowry becoming this more calmer character, but you understand the perspectives of that, especially with the storytelling department. But the main thing I enjoy about this movie was the action. I thought the action was great. A lot of great camera work in the action scenes, especially with the first person shooter action scene in this film. And I also really appreciate the humor. I think the humor was very clever. This movie does something really fresh to the Bad Boys franchise, and I really adore Bad Boys Ride or Die.
Okay, Bad Boys Ride or Die. It's this movie's awesome. It's high action, high octane. You are on the edge of your seat from the beginning to the end. The comedy hits. Martin Lawrence and Will Smith hasn't lost their step at all. And what the directors have fixed from For Life to Ride or Die, they changed it. There were some issues, of course. I gave For Life 4.5 stars. I gave this one 5 stars. I think it's the some of the comedy they fixed, the pacing issues. I think a little bit There's more action in this, and like you said, the camera work. I love the camera work. They give a little bit more cinematography, make Miami look good. The soundtrack hits in both of these movies. They probably have some of the best soundtracks in these last two movies. And the only problem for me, and which is not a big theme for this because it's a Bad Boys movie, it's the villain. This villain is not good at all.
Yeah, it's the villain's what's definitely the biggest downgrade from Bad Boys for Life. Yes, the witch and Armando were.
Armando.
Oh yeah, we're gonna talk about Armando soon. I'm
So
excited.
I must say this: Armando's good in this, but fucking Reggie is the MVP of this movie, and we will talk about the
Yeah,
spoilers because
hell yeah.
Reggie is so awesome in this movie. But let's get right into it. Let's talk about spoilers. So if you guys haven't seen Bad Boys Ride or Die yet, first of all, go out to the theaters and watch this because this movie is making money.
Dollar bang,
113
y'all. Dollar bang.
millions. $113 million right now, and everybody's like, "Oh, with Sears Del Furioso." No, Bad Boys shows that this industry of in movie theaters and movies can make money, even though this franchise is 29 years old. And let's get right into it below. Let's talk about spoilers.
Here comes the money. Shane McMahon, shout out to him. Anyways, my spoiler thoughts on this film. I think I like the way this movie opens, with Mike Lowry of all people getting married. That came out of nowhere.
Yes,
I
I'm
was
like,
not
wow.
expecting that. But see character. Well, I like this film does something similar. In Bad Boys for Life, Mike Lowry have a near-death experience, and this film, Marcus has a near-death experience with a heart attack, which actually kind of reborns the character to be a more wild, crazy character that says, "Oh, I can't die," but I also like the aspects that he sees these spiritual things, these images in his head too, which is something really great about that character. Mike Lowry is settling down. He's more calmer. He's getting married, and you understand why he's like not as crazy of a Mike Lowry that he used to be. But I also enjoyed the aspect that he's getting panic attacks. And those things make these characters more personal, but makes these characters show that they're aging. They're not invisible. And Armando, Armando, that jail, no, what's it jail prison
Yeah,
scene?
it's the jail yard scene. It's the
The
prison
jail
yard scene.
yard scene that was super badass.
I like that scene.
I like that scene a lot. It shows that he's kicking ass still. Um, the airplane scene, man. Let's talk about that, bro.
Airplane scene, airplane scene, airplane scene. What the heck is the airplane scene?
Bro, when
Oh yeah, I know what you're talking about now.
when Armando is like in that cage and he's like, "Please let me out."
Love that. I need out. I need out. No, but first of all, so what they did for Life is they took Will Smith's like technically like death and everything that they thought he was, and they made more serious. While Marcus is they kind of made comedic though, because
Yeah.
he's like, Mike, I saw the light. I saw my soul. I saw your soul too. I was your owner. You were a dog one time. And you were a mean dog. No, it was a donkey. You were a mean donkey. You bite the shit out of me. And I'm just like, you busted out laughing. And he's like,
uh,
Mike,
oh, bro.
I can't die. He's like, I know when I'm going to die. And he runs with that through the whole movie. I love it.
I love that too. Bro, they brought back Fletcher from Bad Boys 2 in this, man.
What's up with these directors and killing all these people off? I'm like, you kill Captain Howard in the third one, you kill Fletcher in this one. I'm like, who you gonna kill next? I'm like, you're just killing everybody from the original too. They just don't like Michael Bay's versions. That's what they are. They just kill all his characters off.
No. Michael Bay makes a cameo in it. So it really shows that Michael Bay. It really shows that Michael Bay has given these these directors the life and appreciation to direct these Bad Boys films. It's like a passing off the torch of this franchise to these directors, and I think that's why that cameo is very important. And that little fun little cameo of Michael
Because
Bay.
he does a cameo in both movies.
Yeah, he does.
And like you said, I love the everything about this movie. I love the beginning, the gas station scene. Mike, I need a ginger ale. Just 30 seconds. That's all you get. Dude gets the pack of Skittles, opens it, eats it, go all the way to the counter. I love it. He's like, those fresh dogs. They've been there about a day. Okay, I want one. Relish and ketchup. And
Marcus, are those Skittles on the counter?
I love that guy comes. He's like, Marcus, are those Skittles I see on that counter? No. Yes. The dude's like, no. Marcus is like, I got those Skittles first. The cashier's like, hell no. I saw him get that ginger ale first, then grab those Skittles. He's like, Marcus, is that also a relish? A hot dog with relish? That's not mine. Yes, it is. He's like, shut your tattle ass up.
Mind your business.
And he's like, the bad guy, Marcus, you better get your ass in the car now. Mike, he has a gun on me. You know what's going to happen. You want to deal with him or you don't want to deal with me? I'm sorry, sir. I got to go to the car now. If you want to shoot me, you can shoot me, but I got to go to the car now. I just love that.
I mean, I think that's it. No, my favorite part of Mike Lowry, Marcus Burnett is definitely a scene where they steal some clothes. It's a Reba song.
Oh, I love that.
And then it goes
song.
I'm a strong black woman. I'm a strong black woman.
I'm a strong woman. Bad boys. What's she going to do?
What you going to do?
That's not Reba song.
That's not Reba. It's the mixtape.
Armando comes out. I love Armando's outfit though. He's got the Bud Light shirt, the Bud Light hat on. He's just like, he just goes around the whole area. And even though they get the change of clothes, Mike and them does, he still wears the outfit the whole entire movie.
Yeah. Armando, I love the fact that he says, "Oh, you two are terrible fugitives," because I
love the campfire scene because that's the campfire scene. He's like, Mike, you gotta talk to your son. It's been a long time. It's like, he's your son. You gotta talk to him. You gotta make him good. He talks. He's like, shit. He's like, you two are some terrible fugitives.
Oh man, the black Skittles, black jelly bean scene. That was hilarious.
That he's like, Mike's like, you got shot? No, I just hate a jelly bean, black jelly bean, licorice. Because I hate licorice. I'm like, yeah. But then once he gets the punch, he just like goes sicko mode.
Yeah. Oh, bro. This is kind of on topic, but when Vanessa Hudgens and Andrew Ludwig's character being a couple, I thought that was really solid. I think that works.
You know what scene I laughed at? When Amanda's sitting there and they're like, you fine? She's like, yeah. He's like, yeah, she fine. And Ludwig's like, what do you say?
Man, I was missing Charles Melton there, ghost and stuff. I'm like, where's my boy Charles at, man?
Of course, we get Mr. Fantastic himself, Reed Richards, in this. Oh, good God, that dude's also a bad villain in this movie.
Oh my God, so many bad villains in this one.
And of course, it's connected to Captain Howard's death. We get an appearance from Captain Howard's daughter in this.
Yeah, which is played by what's her name? Rhea. Hold on. She was in that show,
What show?
Better Call Saul.
I never watched Better Call Saul.
Wait, what?
I never watched Better Call Saul.
You seen Breaking Bad at least.
Yeah, I've seen some Breaking Bad.
Some? Yeah, Rhea Seahorn. Yeah, I was like, oh yeah, that's Kim Wexler from Better Call Saul. That really awesome lawyer. Yeah.
But first of all, did it throw you off that they casted Marcus's wife?
Yeah, a little bit.
It kind of threw off. No, I love the scene with Reggie. He walks in. He's like, Reggie, you eat my snacks. You gotta get a job. Sorry, I work for the Marine. I'm
You
a
got
Marine.
deployed.
He's like, I just got back. And they show the video. He's like, Teresa. And then she's just throwing all the snacks away.
Speaking of Reggie, that fight, bro. 15
Oh, yes, I want to talk
v1.
about the fight first. Then we're going to talk about the ending with Reggie later on. But that fight, Reggie is the real MVP. He deserves the salute that he. I love that. He's so comedic, though. Because, of course, in Bad Boy 2, he's like scared to shit. And all of a sudden, he just like goes ham. I love Mike and Marcus's reaction, though, when they're watching it.
Yeah, but you know what's funny about that scene in Bad Boys 2? Reggie, Mike asks us, Reggie, can you fight? It's like, yeah, I can fight. You cannot fight. And then it still goes full circle because we see Reggie fight, you know?
I love during that scene, Marcus's reactions. He's like, yeah, that motherfucker can have all the snacks he wants.
I like the scene that they say, shitty, bang,
Yes, I see that. No, he just like he goes John Wick mode though.
Oh yeah, it's definitely like a John Wick style action scene though.
I love how Reggie he's just like calm and everything. Then all of a sudden he's like gets laser focus.
Yeah, and yeah, Reggie is definitely the GOAT. See him being bullied by Mike and Marcus to becoming this badass, like that character growth. It's way better than Paul Atreides, man. Character development.
You gonna get so much hate after that comment now. But let's go into our in the ending of the movie.
Right, no, are we not going to talk about the other cameos? You know, Tiffany Haddish and
who?
Tiffany Haddish.
TJ Callan.
DJ Khaled.
He's like, Mike's like, I remember this dude. I did something to him, man. Oh, he's like, motherfucker, you got my hand. It's time to get baked back, bitch.
Yeah, and then he gets smoked after that. Oh man, when the car is like flammable from the outside and goes inside.
There was one point, I think it's there in that Marcus is stepping out. It was out from the trucker car. He's like, Mike, it's my time. He's like, I can't die. Can't die, Mike. It's like, Mike's like, your ass is going to die if that truck hits you. Can't die. But what was the other cameo you were talking about?
Tiffany Haddish, I think.
I'm looking through Letterboxd right now.
But I was going to say that cameo was really bad, though. That's it. That girl that crushed on Armando in the club.
Oh, yeah.
That cameo was really bad, though. It wasn't really funny.
That scene was just, ugh.
That scene was just stupid. That's
I love Armando's face. He's like, what the fuck do you mean? Because he's never been in that type of like gangster life. He's always been the assassin type since because of course he lived in Mexico with his mom all his life.
Yeah.
But let's go to this ending scene of them.
Why we going to the endings? We're not going to talk about like the fight scene during the ending, like the cool first person shot scene with Mike
No, I'm
Lowry.
talking about the whole thing.
Oh yeah, okay, okay.
That's the end scene. I'm not talking about the Reggie end scene yet. I'm talking about the whole fight scene. Can we talk about first the alligator?
Oh yeah.
Mark is he's like, Mike. It's the thing of Mike, I can't die. Gets bit out of alligator. First thing. Mike, that motherfucking gator. He racist.
Oh man. Dude, there's this point where I thought Armando died for a second.
I thought he did
When
too.
I know, bro. I'm like, why did that zoom into his neck like that? Like he died, bro. I'm like, what? No way they're just gonna kill it off like that. But luckily it was live. Thank God. Saves the captain's daughter's daughter.
True. I think that's a good redemption arc for him. Because she always wanted to kill him because he killed her father.
Yeah, but like the thing about Amarno, he was blindly doing it because of Isabella. But I like the way they use Armando in this. It's like, oh, I could I know the person who's the big bull who's setting up the Captain Howard. I just don't know his name, and they use Armando really well in that aspect of helping Mike and Marcus, and I think him get a redemption. I could definitely see them using Armando again, which he's a fugitive and people are looking for him. So I could definitely see an angle Babylon's 5 having that conflict happening, the backlash of Mike letting Armando go for his freedom. I think they could definitely do something there.
But like you said, I love this first person perspective in this. And I kind of glad they showed us how they done it before the movie came out.
Yeah.
Because watching the movie, it's so cool. I thought it was only Will Smith, but it's Martin Lawrence also that does that.
Yeah. They did in the beginning of the film too, right?
Did they?
Yeah, they did.
I didn't even know that. I didn't really even know that. I could rewatch that now and see if I could catch that. But of course, Mr. Fantastic, he gets eaten by the alligator. I knew the alligator was going to come in perspective because they were talking about that gator too much. Like you said, they love the foreshadowing, these directors do.
Yeah.
And they were talking about that gator. He's like, oh, the gator still lives there. I'm like, there's more than this Marcus scene. Mr. Fantastic himself gets eaten by him, which that dude, one is a dickhead. Two was the worst villain on top of the worst villain, which the villain's motive was not good at all.
Yeah, it's terrible.
I kind of
What? That
wish
scene was cold though when he killed ghost people and it's like, oh, the daughter like the girl was too traumatized, so she shot herself after that. I thought that scene was cold, yeah.
because of course it shows him like he's gonna be a great villain. Now it's like just like goes downhill after that.
Yeah, I know, right? Like it started so well, but it's
And I love the end scene of when Mike kills him. He's like, Marcus, stay still. He's like, I know somebody who can't die. Marcus like, what you talking about, Mike? He's like, I know somebody that can't die. He's like, Mike, if you shoot my ass, I'm going to die.
wait, who was Mike's wife in this? Do you know? Was
No,
it the therapist from Bad Boys 2 by any chance?
I don't know. He said therapist after the injury, so I don't know if there's um or did remember when Andrew Ludwig's character said they were going to go therapy for his trauma.
Yeah.
If that's the therapist,
Yeah. Maybe.
Because they mentioned about this therapist before, but it's like we never get to see her. And I was trying to catch it in watching Bad Boys for Life, and we never see her.
Yeah, that's like a little plot hole of that.
I don't know if it's a deleted scene or something that they never put in the movie for Life. But let's talk about the very ending scene though, with Reggie. Which, first of all, this scene was never in the script. They came up with it at the last minute to do homage to Bad Boys 2.
Mike, he killed 15 people to save y'all. Like our friend, our family. Yeah, Reggie, you know what? You could cook the chicken. You know, we go we
But
go we go we go. Yeah.
Well, of course, if you guys have watched the movie, we're talking about the scene of when Mike and Marcus is arguing about who's going to grill. I love it. They're like, Reggie, what you doing? Permission to cook my chicken, sir. They start laughing. Go play with the kids. He just stands there. I love how he just stands there.
Yeah.
Is that motherfucker still standing there? Yeah. Tell that motherfucker he's not going to cook the chicken. What are you going to do? I'm going to tell the motherfucker he cooked the chicken. He killed 15 people. No, he's like, he killed 15 people, Mike. Boy, what are you going to do? I'm going to tell the motherfucker he could cook his chicken. He does have a weird look in his eye. Reggie, permission to cook your chicken. No, before that. I think Marcus, he has a little weird look in his eye. I'm going to make the potato salad. You can prepare the table. Reggie, permission to cook your chicken. I love just how he looks at the camera and he just smiles.
Yeah.
It's just to show all of us that we remember that scene for Bad Boys 2.
It reminds me of Quiet Leonard a little bit.
Why you gotta put poor Reggie in Quiet Leonard's shoes?
Well, Quiet Leonard got to
It's
say
mid.
You got to say smile, man.
He is mid.
Don't call my boy quiet, man. He got me a championship, bro.
Yeah, against my Warriors.
Don't be sad about that shit. You gotta tell me this is like not like, you know, the same as my... you cannot tell me this, man. Come on, man. Look.
No, that's not Reggie. No,
Reggie.
To be honest with you, do you think we should get Armando and Reggie movie?
Yes.
I think we should.
I wonder where you heard that about.
I've been hearing it all over the place, to be honest with you. No, I thought of this when Bad Boys 3 came out.
I heard about this since my boy Brock did video on it. Shout out to Brock.
Brock brought it up, but when after I watched Bad Boys 3, I'm like, we need a Armando and Reggie movie.
I'll be down with that. We need Vanessa Hudgens Andrew Ludwig movie.
They could use so many spin-offs in this universe. Do you think they should make one more movie and that's it?
Yes. And then spin-offs.
Yeah, I think we could do some spin-offs. Especially a lot because of course we get a lot of these younger characters with Andrew Ludwig, Vanessa Hudgens, Armando, was it Jacob Soterio?
Jacob Scipio?
Yeah, Scipio. And of course, I think it's Dennis somebody. And just perfect thing. He has the stunts and the choreography now of just acting in 3 movies to do action scenes. And of course, he's acting in these movies, so I think he'd be good.
Yes, sir.
But right now we're waiting on Sammy to join the episode. I sent him a text so he can join us. And we're going to talk about Hitman. But let's talk a little bit about
Let's just go through the news a little bit.
Let's talk a little bit of the news right now. So while we're waiting on Sammy. So there's been a lot of stuff come out. We just got our first little teaser thing for Smile 2, which is Smile Deluxe.
Naomi Scott. I'm excited to see Naomi Scott, man. I've been waiting to see her in something for so long.
I'm kind of excited too. Oh, this a week. Oh my goodness,
Wait.
that's the picture. That's her in the movie.
Okay, I'm excited, man. I'm scared at the same time because I don't want her
Because
to
of
die.
course it's Smile,
Yeah,
but
smile.
Smile though. I haven't watched Smile yet, but I've heard that movie's so disturbing.
It's pretty disturbing.
There was some news that really dropped yesterday that I wanted to talk about. Okay, so of course, the director. This kind of makes me a little bit hesitant. The director of You Are Creepy as Shit right now, dude. The director
Maybe
of Jurassic World, which I don't know if it's the first one or whatever is set to do write the script for the Transformers G.I. Joe movie, which I kind of hope it's the first Jurassic World because these last two were not good. But of course, Watchmen, they're going to actually do an anime movie, Chapter 1 and Chapter 2. It's going to be released by Warner Brothers. Chapter 1's coming out later this year. I think both chapters are supposed to come out, though. I think it will be good because, one, it's anime. They could do a lot more than what Snyder did, and there won't be a lot of slow motion. Of course, we got let's look. There was something I really want to talk about with you guys that came up yesterday. Let me look through here. Oh yeah, Blade. The
bro,
second direct. Yeah, we gotta talk about this. So Blade, this movie got announced in 2019. That Mahershala Ali was supposed to be in. It was already supposed to be out, to be honest with you. And the movie got dropped its first director. This movie has been rewritten like 3 or 4 times already. There was one time that Blade was supposed to be like the 4th or 5th main character in this movie. Now he's the main character. Mia Goth's the villain, supposed to be I think Dracula's daughter, which Mia Goth is good anyway, so I'm excited for that. But it's been announced that the second director is no longer going to be directing this, and now they found a new writer for the script. The writer of Black Widow is going to be writing the script.
Oh, why did you have to ruin Blade, man? Oh my god. Marshala
But
Ali. You're wasting Marshala Ali right now. Like, are you serious right now? You got okay. It's cool.
of course, speaking of Smile,
Okay.
Parker Finn, the director of Smile. Stop doing that, bro.
Maybe I should be in a Smile movie.
Smile was a box office hit. I've heard Paramount loves Smile too. Has seen it. They love it. Could be a lot better than Smile 1. So they have given Parker Finn the rights to Possession, the 1981 horror movie that star I think was Sam Neill at the time. So Robert Pattinson will produce and potentially star in this movie. If it's good, as Smile 1, Smile 2, Parker Finn could be the next horror director that could just like go out there. And especially if it's a remake. If this remake is good as the original is, which I need to watch the original, I heard it's really good. And it's Robert Pattinson. Mickey 17's coming up. We got him as Bruce Wayne Batman, which I'm still thinking the Batman is the best Batman movie of all time. Oh, he's a great Batman. I don't know about Bruce Wayne. Great Batman, though. He could be the best Batman that we got right now. I don't know what's up with Pixar right now. This is my one thing. Pixar does not need to make a sequel to Monsters Inc. They want to. They made the prequel, which I did hear the prequel was not that great. Do not make a sequel right now to a classic movie. We're getting a sequel right now, which I've heard some good reviews for Inside Out 2, but that's 9 years old. Monsters Inc. is like 20 years old. And that's one. We're in our mid-20s now? This movie came out and when we were like 3 or 4 years old. I know it's going to get the fan base that it wants of every kid watching this. But it's like, can they recapture that magic of the original Monsters Inc. though? That's my only problem.
No, I don't think so.
Me either. And we got some casting of Moana. Um, it looks like The Rock is going to come back as Maui. Please tell me how The Rock is going to come back as Maui. Maui is like a little chunky, muscly dude. The Rock is not chunky. That dude goes in the weight room 24/7.
CGI.
No, please don't do that shit. Oh, you want to top off a piece of cake with? Let's do this. Netflix, fuck you, by the way.
Whoa.
After I tell you this,
Fuck me? Why fuck me?
no,
What I
Netflix,
do?
Netflix for this, not for Hitman. Hitman, you did good with Hitman. This, who the hell asked for Rebel Moon director's cuts? We have gotten the announcement. They have changed the names on them, and they're going to be coming out August 2nd. Who asked for this? First of all, why did you give Zack Snyder? Why did you not tell him, make your movies? Make the movies you want to, rated R, put them out. No, you wanted to do the Snyder Cut, what Warner Brothers did, which they didn't do that on purpose. We, as just wanted the proper Justice League movie that Zack Snyder wanted to direct because he had a tragic event happen to him during. Okay, yeah, I can still talk. There was a tragic event happen when he was shooting Justice League, and of course they brought Josh Whedon. That movie's not great. The worst DCEU movie we got right now. But then you want, as a corporation, to build off what Warner Brothers did and be like, oh yeah, Zack Snyder, make our cut, but give a couple months and we'll go put your cut out too of what you want. First of all, there's not no new story, no new dialogue, probably new dialogue, but probably more slow motion, not meaningful stuff in this. And am I going to rewatch it? Probably just to see how it is. Am I going to like it? Probably not. Because I would have probably liked it if you actually put the virtual cut out that we had actually attended to, except cherishing to what you want for audience and the numbers you want on Netflix. Because, of course, you guys are going to be thinking that you're going to get more numbers because you released the director's cut. Probably not. Part 1 was bad. Part 2 was even worse. I don't know what you guys are doing here. But no. Keep making movies like Hitman. And you can do successful things. Get Richard Linklater. Get Empowered. Do movies like that. Do not do this Rebel Moon, Zack Snyder director shit. And I can hear people right now. Release the Snyder Cut. Do the Snyder Cut stuff on Netflix. I would be up for that, but the Rebel Moon has showed us what the hell they're going to do with these movies. They're going to make their type of movie, then they're going to put Zack Snyder's version out. And he's always had a director's cut, but of course, it's after he makes his version of the movie he wants. Then he can put a little bit more of what he does. Special features like Watchmen, Dawn of the Dead. What else he directed? Man of Steel didn't get one because he done Man of Steel. For example, Batman v Superman, extended cut. People like the extended cut more. It might have been Warner Brothers situation, but they gave him the chance to release it on physical. And they already had that. They didn't tell him, let's film this movie, then let's go film your movie. No, they gave him the chance. They took the pieces out. They're like, to get you sales for not only us, but your movie, good advertising, we're going to put your cut on the physical copies. It always has. There's 3 versions of Watchmen. Warner Brothers, Zack Snyder's, and he even made a ramped up version that he has put like 3 or 4 hours long. And I don't have a problem with that. But just do not tell a director, make our movie, then make your movie. That's just the wrong point. And I don't like that whatsoever. But let's go through this. We got let's see. Let's keep on going through this. What the heck? Um, we got Season Boy, Creature Commandos, the first DC project from James Gunn. We finally get the first project. Creature Commandos will be releasing in December on Max, right before Superman. James Gunn has teased that this movie or show will be have people, because Rick Flag Sr. is going to be in Peacemaker, because of course Rick Flag Jr. got killed in the Suicide Squad. A lot of the characters, people have seen the Suicide Squad probably. They're not going to care because about that, because that's the DCEU. I don't know how James Gunn is doing this. Let me text him real quick that I sent him the link earlier. But that's the thing. I don't know how James Gunn's going to connect this, but he's hopefully he does good with this. Sorry about that, guys. I was just telling Sammy that I sent the link. But I'm hopefully this is the first staple, and you're putting it in front of everybody on Max right now. James Gunn needs to do great. It's animated. Of course, Amanda Waller's coming back. She has all these great people coming with her in this show. I think it's going to be like a rated R show. They could do what they want to in animation. And then he's got his Superman movie coming out next year in July. And I'm really hyped for that, actually. And to see what he has done, how he's reshaped Superman, what he wants to do for this DC. I'm kind of getting more hyped as to the more close we get. But let's talk about this. I'm gonna bring Sammy in for these two because we grew up on this shit.
Hey,
What's
how's
up,
everyone doing?
Sammy?
Wow.
Everyone doing good?
Late as per usual.
Hey, ladies, listen, I've been busy.
We're going through First of all, Sammy, before we continue some of our news, how you doing?
I'm doing good. Just been busy working. Got to watch Hitman. So excited to talk about that. And yeah, that's about it.
Does your hair get longer?
No, it's just I actually don't know. I realize it looks different, like with my phone camera. Very strange.
Are you in the toilet right now?
No, it just looks like I am. I'm in a guest bedroom.
Oh, okay.
Guys, I don't know what happened to this episode. This episode just went off the rails. Like
wait, I'm gonna
go
down so it doesn't look like I'm in a bathroom.
Okay,
it's not my fault. That looks like the bathroom.
Hey,
bro.
guys,
it kind of did.
Sammy, I got some news for you.
Oh,
so we grew up on Cartoon Network.
Yeah.
There's gonna be not remaking. They'll be doing a new regular show series. Is in the works. The show is entirely new. Will be including some characters from the original series. How do you feel about this?
I think it's a smart idea, considering that they shut down. Was it J.G. Quinnell's last show? Close Enough.
Oh, they
completely got rid of it off of Max. Well, no, but I'm saying just like even with Max, like it was his last big project he was working on. They completely wiped it from Max. So to have him back in like a world he's comfortable in and feels confident in, and he has more to say, I think that's definitely interesting. Considering the ending of regular show, I'm interested to see where they go with that. Same with the Adventure Time stuff they announced. Also,
that's what I was going to get into next. So, a prequel series for Adventure Time is being developed, and also a movie's going to be in the works. Do you think this movie will be theatrical, or do you think they're going to shove it on Max?
I think they'll aim for theatrical, and I think a main reason why they tried to do an Adventure Time movie like 5 or 6 years ago.
They might do it because look at this picture. It's literally Finn and Jake with money. Find money. That might be the signal for theatrical.
But also, I don't know. I just feel like there's such a big property, and it's now such a beloved show that it deserves a theatrical treatment. I do not know. I'm so sorry. And also, I just think in general, as a whole that Adventure Time is just at that level where they need to finally do it. They've been trying to do it for a long time. And if any property is going to get a theatrical release out of Cartoon Network, it's going to be Adventure Time, at least in my opinion. I'm excited to see that. I saw We're Smiling Friends season 3. We got another season coming to that. Very excited for that as well.
That show is fucking awesome. I watched that a couple years
It's
ago.
amazing.
That show is actually, that show's funny as hell.
The new season is going on right now. They're like 6 episodes in. They're doing 8. Totally recommend it to anyone that wants to check it out. It's absolutely hilarious. I think it's Adult Swim's best show right now. It knows the generation of humor we're in, but also how to be just funny in many different ways and how to set up a good bit. So, yeah, definitely recommend it.
So our last 2 pieces of news before we get into our Hitman review. One, Bad Boys 5 is already being discussed. We want to see, this is a quote. We want to see how this one does at the box office, which is already has made 113 million, which I'm really happy about. And I'm sure we're having conversations this week. First of all, give us this movie. Sammy, you haven't seen it yet, but after what me and Bilal just discussed, I am so ready for this movie.
I just feel like it's so far it's showing it's super successful. People are really glad that they're making more of them. Yeah, I feel like a 5 is just at this point like they're gonna greenlight it. So I'm excited to see that like official announcement, even though already they're telling people and teasing it.
So the last piece of news, which I haven't watched the show, you two have. The Boys season 5 will be the final season.
Yes, I'm happy that they're ending season 5 and not dragging the show for too much. Because how many seasons are we gonna have Homelander be the bad guy, escape, blah blah blah? It's time for the show to end in a solid season 5. I think 5 seasons is enough to capture the story of what they're trying to tell. And I've started season 4 so far. It's starting really great. So yeah, I mean, I think it's a perfect way to end a season 5.
Sammy, what's your thoughts?
I think it's definitely show. We're like, I feel like even at the end of the last season, I felt like the next season wasn't going to be the finale. It feels like it needed just one more season. They talked about ending on a 5th season about a year or so ago, but they never like 100% confirmed it. It was just kind of what the creator was talking about doing. But as a whole, I'm excited to see it finally end in like a very clean and like in a way that they wanted to go about it. And I really am interested to see the difference because I felt like if you know the graphic novel, the end of season 3, they do something where they kind of tell the audience we're not following any of this anymore. So however they end it, it's going to be different from how the graphic novel is. 1, thank God. And so I'm not used to this camera. And 2, I don't know. I just feel like it's one of the only shows right now that studios are 100% confident in giving like the full, like letting them have creative freedom to do what they want. And they've told some really interesting stories and there's a lot of cool social commentary in it. So I'm really excited to see like what they have to say to end it, you know?
Okay, that's it. So let's get right into our third main movie review for today's episode. Richard Linklater's latest movie, Hitman, starring Glenn Powell. Let's go with Sammy first because he's the freshest coming off watching this movie.
Freshest, literally.
What are your thoughts about this movie? Because you kind of told me a little bit what you thought, but what's your full thoughts on this movie after watching the rest of this?
One, I'm going to go ahead and say, and this is just a little side rant, I think I'm done with believing any marketing for any Hollywood movie at all. I feel like the marketing for this movie, like I don't think I 100% knew going in what to expect out of it, and I thought it was more of like, I thought it was going to be more of like a rom-com action movie, but then like the way it plays out, it is, but it isn't like in a traditional way. I don't really know how to explain. Like it has like a very weird tone to it. Like it feels like there's times where it feels like really uncomfortable, but not like in a bad way, but more in a way that's like, why is he doing this? Because there's like a hidden, like he goes above and beyond, and you don't really see that with the other people in the movie. And so I think Glenn Powell does a really good job of like taking this interesting, very hard to read character and showing a lot of sides to him. I think the direction here is really solid, and like I said, it just like it has the setup for every like typical Hollywood movie, but then it has like just this weird way of going about it. But I really enjoyed the movie. It wasn't my favorite from him, but overall, like performance wise and direction and everything, I personally like the movie. I definitely recommend it for people to watch, especially if you're a Glenn Powell fan. So yeah, what were you thinking, Bilal?
Are you going to me? Oh, okay.
Oh yeah, I'm just bouncing around.
But for me, I saw this movie a while ago. I think
And he
around
saw in theaters too.
I saw in theaters, so my experience is probably way different than y'all. But seeing Hitman, I didn't watch any trailer. Didn't pay attention to marketing because fuck that. Because I don't trust marketing whatsoever nowadays when it comes to Hollywood movies. And I came in, watched this film, and absolutely loved it. Glenn Powell playing this fake hitman with so many different personas and personalities and matching that extremely well is fascinating. He was hilarious in this movie, and his line delivery was pure gold. I liked the way this movie is like a simple story, but has some twists and turns in there to keep you guessing at certain points. Um, Adriana Jonah, she was hilarious in this, pure comedy gold. I feel like the chemistry between her and Clem Powell was so strong. And I feel like this is a really fun rom com film that I absolutely love from beginning to end. And when I was watching in the theater, my whole theater was laughing during every single scene in this film. And I think it was a fantastic experience in the theater. Probably my favorite one so far this year. Start doing part two.
What, Dakota? What did you think?
Okay. After you two were here for this, Bilal was here for part. After you guys heard my whole entire rant on Netflix and Zack Snyder, this is what I was talking about. They need to start with this. This is the best Netflix movie that's came out this year. This is probably the best Netflix movie ever. Original Netflix movie. This movie, I love the way this movie is. The story, I could see what you guys are talking about with marketing wise, but I like the story in this. Glenn Powell, we're in the Glenazons right now. Glenn Powell is a movie star. We're just living in the Glenn Powell era right now. And I just love his acting in this. Of course, I heard he's really good in Everybody Wants Some by Richard Linklater. And this is my first ever Richard Linklater movie I've ever seen. And I'm kind of excited to see what he has done in these other movies. And overall, I like the cast in this. They are very good. And Sammy, your camera went out, my guy. And Sammy is gone. Sammy will be back soon, guys. But I really enjoy this movie.
I think that was my fault because I told y'all to look up the movie called Havoc because Netflix needs to release it. It's a Tom Hardy Cobb movie with the director of The Raid.
Sammy back.
I'm so sorry. I did not mean to back out. Continue.
You're good. But this is the best Netflix movie of the year. I really enjoy the chemistry between Adria Arjona, I think her name is.
Arjona, yeah. Adria Arjona.
Adria Arjona. And Glenn Powell. I love good chemistry. This cast, I love just everybody in this cast. There was such good comedy, and I will definitely get to that in the spoiler section. Me and Bilal's been talking about one scene. It's absolutely fucking hilarious in this movie. But I love the story of, as you guys know by the Sell Good trailer, we're getting Gary Johnson. This dude is a professor at New Orleans University, and he's just a hitman. This dude's just working with the cops as being a hitman. He's like, it's kind of like Superman. This dude is just professor by day, hitman by night. And I love it.
It's kind of like Professor at day and Hitman all day, but it's both during the day, you know.
Like, no, I love it because it's not a spoiler. He just sits there in the movie. I gotta just do this for a profession. I just do this for fun now. I just love that.
But I love how the movie is like weirdly grounded in that too. Like it knows, like it tells you straight up. It's like, this isn't we don't actually have like hitmen like that. My job is to play the role. And they never really show you a hitman the whole movie.
And you get that.
So I like that, you know.
And you get that in a second trailer because they're like, because of course they said in the trailer that Jasper it can't go in, and they're like, Gary, it's your turn. Gyllenhaal's like, what? I've never done this before.
I love when they're sitting in the car.
Wow, are we going to spoilers now?
They're sending you in?
No.
Oh no, my bad.
No, that was in the trailer though.
Oh,
that van scene it was. But I just love the way that this movie shot. The runtime is not the problem with this movie. It's good. It locks you in. Has good comedy, good storytelling. I just love this movie a lot. I kind of wish somebody at Netflix got the distribution for this.
I got Overkill Part 2.
Bilal just pissed me off with that tape right now. But I just really enjoyed this movie. But let's just get right into it. Let's just get in spoilers. So, guys, if you guys haven't seen Hitman yet, this is different. So, if you guys are in America, it's on Netflix. If you guys are anywhere else except America, you gotta wait till a physical copy comes out, like Bilal.
No, it's in the UK as well.
On Netflix?
Yeah, well, everywhere in Canada, apparently. I mean, y'all just doing me dirty.
I mean, hey, I'm sorry.
But
at least I'm not in the bottom. Wing.
Hey, don't pull it. Don't pull it. I can do it. But let's get right into spoilers. Who wants to talk first? Can we talk about, first of all, let's talk about the interaction, his first ever interaction as a hitman.
God, I don't remember it.
You don't remember that?
He comes in with it like, it's almost insane. It's like, for two reasons. One, it's hilarious because you're like, where does this come from? But then, like,
see Scary Shots over here, nerd teacher
like
is like.
Wait, sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. Go ahead.
I know, I love it because it's like Gary Johnson, nerd teacher, everything. Where's George? And he's like, he changes the pants, he puts them on. He's like, he just takes the glasses off. Paul, fucking whole different attitude. I'm thinking it's just Glenn Powell. I'm thinking it's just how Glenn Powell acts.
It definitely is, because I feel like this is also when the movie starts to show that even though the character is saying one thing, he feels the other way. Because immediately he's like, I'm content with life. I'm content with where I am. And then the second he's given a chance, he's completely someone else. Off the bat, almost like it was like in him. He was waiting for it, that opportunity. And so I just think it's a really cool scene for the moment, comedically, but also like later on, because you're like, wait a minute.
I love, especially after the guy gets busted right there, he just walks outside, he just puts the glasses back on, goes back to Gary Johnson. He just looks at him, he's like, then he just like runs off to see the guy look at him.
He changes back into the jorts.
I love that. He's like, you want to change? The woman's like, what idiots do I work with?
Which I like how everyone's like roles are like, I don't know, I feel like everyone brings something to the table here, even for it being a small cast. Like I just like it. Like, and the movie understands how big each person's role has to be, and that also goes for like when it's a small role. It's like, okay, you exist, you're not one dimensional, but your purpose is solely for this.
Kind of like the husband.
Yeah, or like the police chief. Like, I liked the police chief because he has his moments. You get to understand his character, but he's not really that important to the plot.
Or even
at least
Jasper. Jasper's not in this movie that much, and he gets plenty of good moments in this movie.
Oh, I agree. I feel like he definitely,
what I
especially towards
missed?
the third act, he has time to like shine more. We're talking about how like every character has like a solid purpose, even when it is in a smaller role sometimes. Like, everyone's like well-rounded, even when it seems like someone would be one-dimensional. You get to understand them and kind of they get their moment, you know?
Yeah.
I'm gonna pass over to Bilal.
What?
I know I'm gonna pass it to you because I know you want to talk about each and every single one of these characters.
I wish I could rewatch this. I have more fresh thing on it, but before we talk about these characters, I love the running joke of this guy being like a cat person. You see, he's like ordinary life of being this cat guy, and then he runs into Madison, and she's like a dog person. He's like, I love dogs. I'm totally not allergic to them. And he has a dog allergy. I thought that was hilarious, but. I definitely like the persona, like the Texas persona, like the redneck guy. I think that was hilarious.
Is that your favorite one?
I think my favorite one is the one I forgot the name, but the long hair one.
Is it the one like Patrick Bateman?
No, the other one.
That one was so stupid. Like, I was like, there's no way this person is falling for this shit.
No, good.
Like,
okay.
It's just fun, stupid, you know?
Just a little thing. Me and Bilal were talking about this. Lionsgate is remaking American Psycho. Do you think Glenn Powell could play Patrick Bateman?
Nah, I don't. I feel like that would be like too on the nose.
I was talking about that one right there.
The orange hair or the Russian one?
The Russian one.
Oh, Nico.
Yeah,
I love Nico.
She's like, Nico was hilarious, bro.
And then she's in court, and they like make up in court, and he's just sitting there like, what? Like, what? That's people though.
I love how we see that aspect too, because not a lot of films show that. They show what Gary's going through, even in these cases in the courts when they find out that he is fake. And especially
who the fuck is Gary?
No. We're going to talk about that later.
Gary.
No, but I like that scene of when he's in like the witness stand, and he's like, "What would Ron say? What would Ron say?" And he just like clicks in, and he just like goes and off.
Everyone loves Ron. I like Ron.
But even then, like I feel like the whole idea behind. I think it's also interesting how attached he is to Ron, considering he has so many characters. Like, I feel like Ron is like his definitive like go-to persona that he like invests a lot of time into. And I think there's definitely something to say about like his character like in those moments. And like I said, Glenn Powell just understands that and shows that in a very like nuanced way with his performance. Like, I feel like it's a very visual performance. Even with a lot of dialogue. Yeah, and it's just really cool to see like that aspect like really take shape and kind of show you there's like more being said underneath it. Yeah. But what were we saying, Bilal?
I was gonna say this movie sort of reminds me of Split, as Jay's Backboy tackles like 24 different personalities, and you get Glenn Powell tackling like 9 different personalities in this film. And I'm mistaken, but they all have this style to it to capture that personality really well. And that is like really hard to do as an actor, to get into these different characters for like one specific project. So I want to give more props to Clint Powell for doing that, because I think he does an excellent job. I think if the Oscars do give comedies a better chance, he definitely deserves an Oscar nomination for this performance. I think it's probably one of the better performances this year so far.
I definitely agree. I think at least in the case of like a lead in a film, Glen Powell very much like stands out here in his performance. Though weirdly, I feel like the rest of the film, while it is good, it doesn't stand out in a way that I feel like the Academy will really like go for.
Yeah.
Outside of like even like script wise, like I love the story, but at the end of the day, the story's very like it isn't really like saying too much without just like having a cool story and having cool conflict. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I feel like at least on the surface, like it doesn't have as much to say. I do think a lot of the character development in this movie has a lot more to say than like the final execution of the film. But that doesn't undermine it. I think that if anything, it adds layers to it and it makes that premise even more appealing compared to like some other movies where it's like, okay, this is cool. I've seen this 40 times though, so I kind of know what to expect. Like you watch this and you don't really know what to expect a lot of the time.
And I think that just works for Hitman because it's like a movie that you can rewatch and learn more things about it.
Yeah, I definitely agree with that. And I really want to rewatch it to, like I said, just kind of find the small moments where I'm like, okay, that's Glenn's character saying this. You know what I mean? Like that kind of deal. Because I just feel like there was a lot of moments where it was like, okay, hold on. This scene didn't seem that important, but now it's like really important.
Yeah. And I feel like the script is really tight, as focused, as, knows what it wants to do. Richard Linklater just knows what he wants to do with it, and it has a clear vision. And I think it just delivers an excellent film. That's a lot of fun. I do want to talk about Adria Jonah because she has some really funny moments in this film. Especially the scene when they're in the dog park. I think that scene was hilarious. Also really enjoyed the flight attendant scene because I think her line delivery was great in that too.
And also I just feel like she's a very strong like supporting lead for this film. She matches Glenn's energy very well.
Yeah.
And especially when it comes to like the twist towards the end with her ending up killing her husband. I felt like that like it was built up to be believable. Like if you would have told me that in the first like 15 minutes of meeting her.
I kill a man, woman. I'm a fake him.
No, I love that scene. I killed my husband. Why are you flipping out? Like Bilal says, I'm a fake hitman. I'm
like,
not Ron. I'm Gary.
Can't do this shit, man.
Who the fuck is Gary?
But I think that's also like that's a big character moment for Glenn too, because it's like, okay, like I've sacrificed everything about myself to be these people, so I can be the person I want to be. But it's like this thing is so extreme that everything's dropped now. Like it's not worth it. Like I got to be real. You know what I mean? Like I feel like a lot of movies like take the time for that delivery, or they have like a shot beforehand that's like a visual of the character or like music or any cue to just be like, oh, okay. The character realizes they have to be this. The movie doesn't do that. It just does it. It's like, okay, like she just said that. Oh shit, he just said it. You know what I mean? Like there's no waiting. There's no setup. It just kind of happens. I feel like a lot of this movie just happens, and it works better that way. At least compared to how it could be.
You know, scene that kills me every time is when Ron, Gary, is talking to the ex-husband of the wife, and it's like we had to talk like this, like back to back, and then he's turned his head around. Hey man, you're like the guy who pulled a gun on me.
Also, the fact homie's reading Catcher in the Rye in public at a diner, dressed in camo, like, dude. You gotta rethink your life.
Yeah, but Casper, that character was a dick, bro.
Oh no, that's what I'm saying. Like that's like that. I don't know. I feel like everything in that scene prior to him like sitting down and talking to him is just like, this dude's a massive red flag. Like how did that relationship even start to begin with? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
But
let's
yeah.
Let's talk about the very end. Of course, when Jasper. No, before that, let's talk about the note scene. I love that scene.
And it's such a smart scene because beforehand you're kind of with Glenn. You're like,
Oh yeah, the
where's
note
this gonna
scene,
like? How is this gonna work
on the phone? Yeah, I remember. Yeah.
But then, like when he does it, it's so like, yeah,
I love Higgs.
that makes sense. Like that's how you would get out of this situation.
Yeah,
I love how Jasper knows about it though.
Yeah,
he's that smart.
That too. Well, he's also. I feel like there's a lot of like off-script research that the guy, because he says it at the end too. He's like, "I've been following you the whole time," but we never really get a shot of him following them. We don't get any like, you know what I mean? There's no like flashback or anything. Diner. Well, I mean, like, yes, the diner, but I'm saying like they don't like take time at the end to go back and show you that at the diner. It's kind of like, oh yeah, okay, he was like really listening. Like he wasn't just kind of like sitting around waiting to see what happened. Because that's kind of a lot of his character. Like, even when you take him seriously, you're like, he's just kind of here. Yeah, and then at the end, he's like, no, like I've been on y'all the whole time.
Yeah. I love that ending scene where Manson puts not drugs, drugs into Capture. And she's like, I think I put too much drugs in.
I love that. They're just sitting there, he just goes down.
Also, the way Jasper goes down is so cool. Like it's one of those scenes where it's like, at first you think maybe he's, yeah, or like you think maybe he just like it's part of his character. He's got a little gruff in one take or something, and then like 15 seconds later he does it again, and it's a little harder, and you're like, did she wait? And then he does it again, and you're like, oh.
But you kind of think of, is he playing and he's trying to get a confession out of them, and he's like, oh, I got you, or is he actually dying? But I love it how he just looks. Glenn Powell leans over the table, looks at the body, looks at her, and she's like, shit, I think I put too much drugs in this drink.
But also,
the plastic bag over his head.
Yeah.
I love it though.
Oh, go ahead.
I love it though because, like, Rory or Gary says, no one's going to care about him. The cops don't even care about him, so no one's going to think of where that he's gone and probably where he's at. Everyone's going to just shake it off.
And I like that, like, they give us a little epilogue to show, like, he found the life that he wanted. Like, it wasn't being content. He actually got what he was, like, wanting out of life. But also, like, it's set up in a way that, like, you're kind of like, okay, is it going to end positive? Or is this time jump going to show us, okay, they got him later on? And it just chooses to have a happy ending. And it's okay. I like that. I think there needs to be more movies like that.
I mean, it's loosely based on true events because I think Gary Johnson is actually a real life person.
Yeah. Wait, really?
Yeah, he died during production. You didn't see that at the end? It said remembrance to Gary Johnson.
I think if I did, I missed it. I guess
So I love how I didn't even know it was like a time jump. There was no years later. We just go straight into the next thing. And you find out that, and you find out the kid, and you see him holding a kid. I'm like, oh shit, they have a kid. I'm like, there's a damn time jump.
It's a cool like visual way to just kind of show that because I don't know. Like I said, I feel like a lot of this movie shows like Richard's like time and experience of being a director because it just seems like it just seems like he understands like when to be direct with his audience, when to be visual with his audience, when to leave something open-ended, when to close a door. Like it definitely doesn't feel like a film. It just feels like a film from experience. That's 1,000%. Like it just feels like it's a very well balanced film.
there's one more thing I have to say before we go on to our next thing. Unless if you guys have any more. I love when her and the teacher are talking. The teacher's like, "I just want to kill this person," and then, and she just looks up and she's like, "You want to kill the person?"
Well, like, oh, you mean at the very end when she's like smiling?
Yes.
Yeah, because like it's funny, but it's also like dark because you're like,
because you know what they've done.
Yeah, you're like, damn. Like, but if you really think about it, that's what most people that have gotten caught doing those kind of things have ended up.
And my favorite
thing
is
that's what they end up. It's like, oh, I would have never expected that, and it's like they're this smiley, like they have a face on, you know.
And my next favorite thing, just the last thing, just came into my head. I love how they reconnected the whole story and the quote. How's the pie? All pie is good pie.
Yeah, that was such a cool little, like, it's cute. Like, I feel like it could be corny, but like it works. Like, it's just fun. It's just cute, fun way to end the movie.
So, do you guys have anything else about Hitman?
I really wish I could add more to it because I haven't watched it in like a while ago, like since end of May. So I really wish I could rewatch it to have more refresher take on it. But I want pie now. That's on my mind now. Yeah.
So is that mostly it for you guys?
Yeah.
Okay. We would go in the draft real quick, but a big piece of news just came up, and I really want to talk about it right now.
What happened?
So 4 hours ago, have you guys both watched Evil Dead Rise?
I have not.
Okay, so director Lee Cronin is working with Jason Blum and James Wan for the first ever Atomic Monster Blumhouse movie together with a certain studio. I'm gonna tell you a certain studio. This is the quote. Lee worked. This is from Jason Blum himself. Lee's work is always fresh, surprising, and he has an intriguing modern take on something quite ancient that I think audiences will love. This also marks an exciting series of firsts for us. Atomic Monster and Blumhouse's first time working with Lee on our first joint project for Warner Brothers. This is where I'm gonna give it. We can't wait to get started, says Jason Blum, CEO and founder. What horror movie is owned by Warner Brothers? And this movie has not got a movie in its franchise in over 14 damn years. And they're keeping the script hidden. They got a release date of April 17, 2026. Everyone's thinking it's a Nightmare on Elm Street.
Could be.
I definitely could see that because I feel like I don't know. That seems like a really big announcement to still keep like untitled without it being like a bigger project because Blumhouse just kind of announces things. So for them to be really like under wraps about it, but still have the confidence to announce it like for a slate like that, I feel like it definitely has the potential to be a big IP, or because that's kind of where Blumhouse is now. Like it's working to get to that level.
Because they announced The Exorcist, they announced the Halloween. They didn't keep that secret. They just announced it straight off.
Yeah. And so I feel like even if it isn't that, like, even if it was something like Friday the 13th, because I saw where like A24 was trying to get the rights to work on, and
the only problem is you gotta agree. You gotta agree with that.
And that's what I'm saying. It's like maybe it's like like I could see it definitely being like a bigger IP, like Nightmare on Elm Street or Friday the 13th, where they have that conversation, and it's a very big deal.
Because shout out to Critical Overlord, this is where I got it from. He posted this tweet about an hour ago. Because Lee Cronin announced that 4 hours ago with a release date. I'm like, oh, it's a new movie, Blumhouse, Jason Blum, James Wan. I'm excited. Then he posted that quote, and this is what he tweeted. Warner Brothers / New Lines is involved, something ancient. It could be time to never sleep. # Nightmare on Elm Street. I'm like, when it said ancient, I'm like, there's always something, because even though you said Friday the 13th is involved with Warner Brothers and New Lines, it's the right scene. And until they get the rights, and they have always announced that Sean Murphy, I think is, and the other guy is always still battling over these rights and won't make a movie. But if it's a Nightmare on Elm Street movie, one you can, like you said, keep under wraps, and you got James Wan and Jason Blum attached to this. And it's a big IP. James Wan is good with slashers, as we saw with Malignant. And I hope it is. And it's, 2 years out now? So they're not going to rush it.
But even then, I feel like, like I said, the whole announcement is very strange for it to not be a big property.
Especially with under wraps thing, because it's literally, this is the picture. Lee Cronin posted this. This is just literally the front. It's scribbled on top. It said, original screenplay by Lee Cronin and Atomic Monster Blumhouse.
We'll have to wait and see. Is it like one word? Is it 2 words? Is it, you just can't read it at all? Or?
It's a pretty big scribbled out, because this is how big the scribbled out is. That thing is huge.
Yeah, that's pretty good, yeah. They made sure you couldn't read that shit.
And Friday the 13th is small. A Nightmare on Elm Street is pretty damn big for a title.
Well, also it just depends on like font size and everything too.
Because of course Lee Cronin's not directing the next Evil Dead movie, and people love his Evil Dead movie. And he's always wanted to do another IP, I think, for the horror genre. And he done Evil Dead with Warner Brothers, so Warner Brothers already knows what he's doing.
No, yeah, he's definitely like gotten to that level where he can be trusted with like bigger properties now, and he can have more of a say in like bigger name things.
But I think that's it for our news. I just want to talk about that real quick. I found that out when we were reviewing Hitman. I want to talk about that. But let's get into our draft. Sam, you don't even know about our draft.
There's a draft?
Yeah, we're going to do. You got to do 10 picks between all of us. So 30 total picks. Best duos in movie history.
Who's going first?
So, where Sammy hasn't been on here before, we're going to roll Sammy, you, then me.
All right.
Because even though I get the last pick, I'm going to have the best draft anyway.
Okay.
Wait, go ahead. You got it.
No, Sammy's first pick. So, Sammy, think of your pick. Let me write these down.
Han Solo and Chewbacca.
All right.
Wait, hold on.
You know what? You know what I'm going with from our first pick?
Who?
I'm going with Channing Tatum and Jonah Hill from Jump Street movies.
Yeah. I like where you're going with that.
So, Bilal, you said Channing Tatum
and Jonah Hill from 21 Jump Street.
For me, I'm going with the OG duo. I'm going with Shaggy and Scooby.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're going to snake this off. So I'm going to do another pick. So I'm going to do the other great duo, Shrek and Donkey.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Shrek and Donkey, that's a good one.
Okay, bro.
It's me?
Yeah.
I'm taking Max and Furiosa for Mad Max Fury Road.
Okay. Yeah.
Ooh, I didn't even think of that. Nice. Okay, I got mine. And you said Max and Furiosa?
Yes, sir.
Sam, you get 2 picks now.
Okay. So my first pick is John Wick and his dog.
Oh.
Okay.
Shits and giggles.
I don't know. That's a pretty good duo, though.
For the short-lived time that they had together, yes. And then Woody and Buzz from Toy Story.
Oh, that's actually good.
That's good. That's good.
You can't beat the OG, the classics.
Okay, Bilal, what's yours?
My next one is going to be Jackie Chan and Chris Tucker from Rush Hour films. You didn't think about that, did you?
That's a good one.
And
That's
my
a good
next,
No. It's my turn.
Oh, it's
You're
your
in the
turn.
middle. Yeah.
Wait, I thought I got two.
No.
When does Bilal get 3?
No, he don't. He don't get no 2 because he's in the middle.
Oh, I don't get 2? Oh.
No. So my 2. You guys have really stumped me with it. Oh, Sam and Bumblebee.
That's a good one. I would have not thought that.
You know me, the Michael Bay head, the Transformers nerd.
The Michael Bay.
No. My next pick, because we done the review. Mike Lowry and Marcus Burnett.
Oh, that's my next pick.
You got to get creative now, Bilal.
You know, who's next pick?
You.
Oh, I'm taking Jules and Vincent, be Samuel L. Jackson, and John Travolta in Pulp Fiction.
Okay, Sam, you got 2 picks.
I'm trying to think. Okay. Spirited Away. I forgot the little girl's name. And the No Face Ghost.
I'm just put Spirited Away. Okay.
Yeah, I'm talking about like on the train.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
All right, how many picks I got?
No, Sammy, what's your second pick? Because it's back to you. You got 2.
Starsky and Hutch.
Ooh. Bilal, what's your next? And you got 6 more picks, Bilal.
Oh, let's go with Brian and Dom. Fast and Furious. # family.
Yeah. That's for life.
Nice. Mine, I'm going to go with some OGs. I'm going to go Batman and Robin.
Oh.
Yeah.
Even though the movie stinks.
It's a fun time. It's rough, but it's a fun time. Then
I'm going to go with the OG Cartoon Network. Mordecai and Rigby.
Wait, are we doing TV shows too?
Yo, it's just duos.
Oh, it's just duos?
It's just duos?
I thought it was. I didn't know that.
Why has no one said Fort? Why has no one said Fortnite yet?
Fortnite.
That's one of the best duos.
No, not that duo.
Oh, you give me ideas now. It's Sammy's pick, right?
No, yours.
Yeah.
Give me John Price and Sol McTavish from Call of Duty.
Oh, that's good.
Dude, I mean TV shows and movies, not video games.
We're not doing video games?
Oh, Joel and Ellie.
Wait, we're not doing video games?
No. Because The Last of Us is a TV show now. You got to think of that.
But you don't count video games, but you can count TV shows?
Bro,
yeah, because
you mislead me, bro. Wait, that's my pick not count now. Do
your pick. Do your pick again.
Do my pick again?
You can still Sammy's pick, to be honest with you. That way you just said.
I'm not gonna be like that. Give me Walter White and Jesse Pinkman.
Oh, true.
That's a good one.
WW.
I didn't know we were doing TV shows too, bro.
Do you want to do the Ellie and Joel one? Sammy?
Oh, for me?
Yeah.
Yeah. If you haven't counted that one, then yeah.
That's a good duo, though.
Peak. And then I'm trying to think of another one. What? Will Smith and Tommy Lee Jones, Men in Black.
Oh, Agent K. I don't know what's Will Smith's name.
Agent.
Agent what?
I don't know.
I'm gonna just put Agent Will Smith.
That's all. That's as far as I got.
Bilal, what's your pick?
My next pick, let's go with John Wick and his pencil.
It's a great duo.
That thing gets mentioned about every damn
That's
movie.
pretty
to be
good.
honest with you.
From John Wick 2.
I was not going to do that one, but that gets every mention in every movie, so I'm just going to let that slide. He killed him with a fucking pencil. No, I'm not going. Oh yeah, I'm gonna pull a duo out. Which one the fuck pisses me off? I just watched this movie today. Joy and Sadness.
I love Inside Out.
Sadness, I fucking hate Sadness. She ruined the whole damn thing.
You haven't learned, Dakota. You didn't get the theme. You have to have sadness.
Oh my god, you give me my next pick, bro. But Sammy's right.
No, it's my.
No, it's yours.
I got one more. No, I got one more. SpongeBob and Patrick.
Great one. You're gonna hate me for my next pick. But it's Sammy right now, right?
No, it's yours.
No, it's you. You're good.
Oh man, how y'all Back to the Future? Come on, man. Doc Brown, Marty McFly. How y'all scapegoats, man? Like, come on, man.
Okay, wait. You guys have never heard of these guys. It's kind of an underground show. But they're a really good duo. Rick and
Okay, Morty. I got it.
Yeah.
Okay, Sammy, what's your next pick?
I'm gonna do another cartoon. Finn and Jake.
Oh, I was thinking about Adventure Time.
Finn and Jake.
What? What is the question mark in your tone?
Bro?
I'll say, what's the question mark in
Okay,
your tone?
Bilal, what's your ninth pick, Bilal?
My ninth pick?
Yeah.
Ooh, I didn't think about this one. Ooh. You know what? Like, I rewatched the Batman. Let's go with Batman and Catwoman. The Bat and Cat.
Ooh.
The Bat and Cat.
Okay, I got you a duo. Gumball and Darwin.
Yeah.
And I'm going to say my last pick. Let's do. Oh, let me think.
Oh, I know my last pick.
Oh, I'm gonna give you a good show. It's a crime show. Oh, hold up. I was gonna say there's plenty of crime shows I would give. Yeah. You guys seen Criminal Minds, right?
No,
Yeah.
I have none.
You have?
I've seen some of it, yeah.
Morgan and Penelope.
Yeah. I think it's a good duo.
I'm on a dilemma. I don't know which one to pick. Wait, Sammy's right?
No,
it's
it's
yours.
yours.
It's your last pick.
Should I go with Troy or Abby in the morning for Community, or should I go with the Carpenter Sisters from Screams 5 and 6? I'm going with Carpenter Sisters from Scream 5 and 6.
Oh, you should have committed to Community.
Are you going to steal that pick?
Cheap bastard. No, I love Community.
I love Community too.
I've never seen it.
Bro, this guy every time I haven't seen it.
It's good.
Okay, Sammy, what's your last
up
pick?
in the morning.
I'm gonna end with
Troy Roberts
one of the
doing
greatest duos of all time: Jonah Hill and Michael Cera.
it.
Super bad.
That's a great one.
Okay, no, so this is not gonna be in the thing. Give me 5 sports duos.
Like in real life?
Duos?
Yeah.
Kyrie and LeBron.
This one's just say basketball stuff.
Wait, you said sports.
But Bilal's like the biggest basketball fan, so he's just gonna give
He's
you 5
gonna tell you
basketball.
that. That's good.
Shaq and Kobe.
Yeah.
Scotty and Michael Jordan.
Oh, let's see. You gotta get Scotty in there.
Um,
Or Larry Bird and Michael.
you want some NFL? Cam Newton and Sam Smith.
Who the fuck is Sam Smith?
Steve
Smith?
Steve Smith. There we go.
Sam Smith.
You mean the singer, dude? Latch.
This dude just said Sam Smith.
I love that song, dude. No way that he played for the Panthers.
Let me give you some duos right now. I got you some duos. Thomas Davis and Luke Kuechly.
Tom Brady, Rob Gronkowski.
Yeah, that's another great duo.
Marshawn Lynch and DUIs. That's a good one too.
Ben Roethlisberger and Antonio Brown before he went crazy.
That was a good duo. If you want to talk about a trio, though, him, Le'Veon Bell, and Antonio Brown.
You know, this is news too. I read where Antonio Brown filed for bankruptcy recently.
Wow.
Yeah.
Bro, I was going to say Ina Hawk and Denzel Washington, but I don't think.
That's a great duo.
Oh, why am I blanking on this? Gandalf and why am I blanking
Frodo.
on the other? No. The other wizard.
Oh crap!
You know what I'm talking? Yeah, I'm blanking on the name.
Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh fuck! I just thought Lord of the Rings. Pippin and who's Pippin's sidekick? Starts with an M.
I know you're talking about too. Why am I so bad at Lord of the Rings names?
That's what I'm thinking now too. Oh, I got to see. It's Pippin. So Sam and Frodo.
Yeah, Sam and Frodo works. Samwise.
To be honest with you, you can do Orlando Bloom's character and Aragorn.
Yeah. Bro, I couldn't done Black Widow, Captain America from Winter Soldier.
Not today.
Bro. Yeah,
nope.
Yeah, that was a missed opportunity. I couldn't done Haley Steinfeld and like Hawkeye, Kate and Clint, but dang.
So what's the rules
Maurice
now?
and Caesar. Good God.
Maurice and Caesar as another one. Yo, we should do a characters draft soon. That'd be fun.
Yeah, I'm down for that.
Deadpool and Wolverine could be up there soon.
Yeah.
There's a lot of iconic duos though that haven't been mentioned.
Dakota and Bilal.
No, okay, no. So the other crime, that's a great duo too. But the greatest trio is right here. But the other crime show I was talking about was NCIS New Orleans. Keen and the guy who plays from Fast and Furious Tokyo Drift.
Yeah.
That's good duo too. Then I thought Criminal Minds. I was thinking McGee and Gibbs.
Dakota, here's the real question. if we were all a Powerpuff Girl right now,
Bro, what?
Dakota.
Why don't talk about Powerpuff Girls?
I'm a
I
man.
feel like
I'm
it
a
doesn't.
he.
No, just
I'm
give
a
me
kid.
10 seconds. You're okay. You're clearly Buttercup because you're angsty. You got something going on. Like
I'm a butter man.
you're Buttercup. Wait, Blossom Butter. What was the? Is the green one
Blossom,
Buttercup or is the blonde one Buttercup?
Son of Butter Man.
Dakota, you're
You cannot suck up this buttercup.
No, you know who I am? You could do Cartoon Network. I'm Johnny Bravo.
You're like a snow bear.
Okay, Sammy, leave us off on this with the Powerpuff Girls, and we're going to the episode.
Okay. So you're Buttercup. No, you're Blossom.
Butterman.
Because you're leading the Butterman.
I'm gonna make that comic book, man. My favorite powers is I shoot butter out of my hands.
I'd read it. Everyone would read it.
You do work at the theater, so you're good already with that.
But yeah, I think that's all the Powerpuff Girls for tonight.
So, guys, that is the end of episode 19 of the Cinematic Boys podcast. Our upcoming episodes is this. It will be Saturday now. We'll be releasing our episode, Cinematic Boys Reviews episode for Inside Out 1. Which, are you going to be there, Sammy, to review Inside Out with us?
What day? I'm sorry?
Probably tomorrow.
Maybe. I gotta double check tomorrow night because my family's in town this weekend, so I'll let you know.
Watch it with watch it with your whole family, and let's just put it in the podcast, bro.
Actually, yeah, we'll just for the Patreon that we haven't started, I'll just film everyone's reaction to watching it.
And then our next week's episode, which is episode 20, we're finally on the 20s, guys. We're going to be doing our podcast episode for Inside Out 2. Which, Sammy, are you going to try to see Inside Out 2 this weekend?
I am going to see it. I'm going to try everything in me to either see it this weekend or worst case scenario Monday. But also, I forgot what I was going to say. So, yeah, that's the goal. Then,
after that, just a little tease at our next review after Inside Out. It's Bilal's favorite movie.
The Raid.
We're going to be doing The Raid.
Sammy, you better join for the raid, though.
Oh, I'm gonna be here for the raid. We've talked about the raid.
Yeah. But of course, guys, if you're new here, if you listen on audio, follow us. Give us a rating on Spotify or Apple Podcast. And Spotify, I know you can. I will leave a thing down below. Tell us what you guys' thoughts about all three of these movies are. How do you like the draft? Who won the draft, by the way? Tell us if you like the podcast or not. To give us feedback.
Excuse me.
And of course, give us a rating on Apple Podcast. Give us a little comment if you like the podcast, what we can fix on it and everything. If you guys are watching the video version, thank you for watching the video.
I have a question. Of the 3 movies we've seen, how would you rate them? You know.
Good, thank you. Before we end the episode, I would rate Hitman on top. Bad Boys Ride or Die, then the Watchers at the bottom. How would you rate it, Bilal? Same way?
Same way, yeah.
You saw one of them.
Hitman.
Wait, did you watch The Violent Nature?
No, I was going to, and then ended up seeing the Fall Guy.
Before we end the episode, you was going to share your thoughts. Sorry, guys, for cutting off. Sam, give us your thoughts about the Fall Guy.
Fall Guy, really fast. I loved it. It was more than what I was expecting in the best way possible. I'd watch it again in a heartbeat. It was a great time in the theater. Ryan Gosling is on it again. We're living in his world. So, yeah, I'd give it like 4.5. I loved it.
So, guys, with that being said, if you guys are watching this video version right now, hit that like button. If you guys are new here, hit that subscribe button, turn on the bell notification because it would tell you guys whenever we post. And also, if you guys haven't followed our social medias, that we're on X, TikTok,
what the hell is
Insta,
X?
Twitter, X, or whatever you want to call it, Elon Musk's creation. But of course, go follow us. We are on the road to 400 followers right now on
4,000.
TikTok. We're doing little goals right now, Bilal. We're going up to 400. But guys, go follow us on
400K?
there. I wish we got 400K, but go follow us on there. But guys,
4 million.
With that being said, when you guys hear me, Bilal, and Sammy probably next time, it will be for our review on Inside Out. So, guys, with that being said, I hope you guys have a great day, and I'll see you guys next time.
And before we cut out, one last thing to intro the new challenge. Do not laugh at me. If we hit 10K, I'll get the official CBP tramp stamp in honor of our goal. So let's hit 10K, guys. Let's hit 10K and get
what? Oh, what though? Oh, what?
The CBP.
No,
Cinematic
what?
Boys Podcast.
No, are we hitting 10K on YouTube, on TikTok?
TikTok.
Okay, this guys, I'm gonna be posting this. If we can get to 10K followers on TikTok, Sammy is gonna get a tramp stamp of our logo.
And we will TikTok live stream the tattooing.
Hell, we could do that too. So, guys, with that being said, I hope you guys have a great day. I'll see you guys next time.
Peace, y'all. ABK out.
Peace.